Hi everyone, welcome back. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner and I compiled some of my favorite sets that I've done here on my channel over the past few years and put them all in one video. Stay tuned, we do have some fresh new manis coming up later this week into next week, and if you are looking for something that's not St. Patrick's Day, click on that description box below and it will take you to my playlist which has some of my most recent uploads. Alright, so let's dive into this St. Patrick's Day marathon and then I will see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from 915 Aesthetics and we're going to be layering some decals in between Beauty Island. Now these colors that we're using are part of the new Sea Glass collection from 915 Aesthetics. We're going to start out strong today with Serene, which is a beautiful green glitter. It's magical and you're going to see here in just a minute why I believe it's magical. It is everything. The glitters in the Sea Glass collection are super user friendly. You can just, they lay so flat and they have like the most gorgeous sparkle ever. See this right here? This is what I'm talking about, magical. It is just like the perfect like color light reflective. It kind of gives you like this like rainbow effect with like that base color of like that beautiful green. So we are doing a set of press-ons today on the shape short coffin and we're also doing the gel method. So anytime we are dipping, especially into this beautiful glitter, I'm just going to make sure everything is laying super flat, because once we cure and if we have any of those beautiful glitters kind of sticking up, that's how they're going to cure, and then you're not going to have like this smooth even transition layer. So this color right here is everything. You could totally use Serene with one coat or you can build it up to two. We're going to build it up to two today because I want you to see the full potential. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mallory. I used to post videos every day, but I am now changing my upload schedule. I figured, why do we not just make it a little bit simpler? So I am going to post now on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every other Saturday. Same video drop time. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you are new, welcome. I hope you hang out for a while. I love making press-ons because I really want you to see how colors perform, and then you can really see if a color is right for you. And another reason why I like to make press-ons is that I can always reuse the set. Plus, I can change up the shape from almond to coffin like we're using here. I could do a stiletto if I want to do like a little bit of a longer nail. I can do that as well. So options are endless. So we're doing Serene, that beautiful glitter, on every other nail today. And then we're going to use Beauty Island on the other two nails. And those are the nails that we're going to end up layering decals. So this is a Sea Glass collection. And when you see Beauty Island in action, it is like that true green sea glass color. And I was like, let's change it up a bit and put some shamrock decals in between the layers of that and kind of see how it looks. And it is fantastic, let me tell you. All right, so now we're going in with a second dip here of that beautiful glitter. I'm just doing a very thin layer of gel base, and then I'm going to go ahead and dip it into that cupcake liner. And you're going to see this color right here. It gets even better. I mean, just when we thought it was just magical on its own, it's like a whole nother level with that second dip. I just love the reflective lightness that it pulls in. It's a very beautiful and just like delicate glitter. It is everything. It's a very light glitter. It's a fine glitter mix, and then it has like almost like these like shards in it. It's just so pretty, and everything just lays so flat and just melts together. And they're just awesome colors. Now, if green is not your jam, 915 Aesthetics has other beautiful colors to offer in the Sea Glass collection. Plus, there's other colors on the website. You're definitely going to find something that catches your eye. So this color right here for me seals it in either with one coat or two coats. You could totally, whatever kind of mani or look you're going for, you could totally build it up. But even with that one dip, it is so beautiful. And then you have like this like jelly sandal kind of effect with that one coat, which is everything. Now these colors, even though we're using them for St. Patty's Day mani today, these are honestly great colors to have in your collection, and you could rock these any time of the year. I really am just so excited about using the Sea Glass solids and implementing some nail art. I just feel like it kind of like takes the Sea Glass collection to a whole nother level by adding some like decals and layering it. It gives it a really awesome effect. You're going to see that here in a minute. If you like nail art and kind of like that layering effect, these solid colors from the Sea Glass collection are definitely going to be your jam. Also, St. Patty's Day, it's right around the corner. And then a few days after that, we have Easter. So we kind of have double whammy for the month of March. We have St. Patty's Day and Easter. I feel like Easter is a little throwing me off here because when I think of Easter, I think of April. But here in Wisconsin, today is Sunday when I'm doing this voiceover, and we hit the 60s today. And my daffodils are already kind of like coming out of the ground, which is super, super weird for here in Wisconsin because normally it is typically still snowing right now. So hopefully we stay on this warm track. All right. So now what we're doing is we're getting into the goodiness of this mani. We are dipping into Beauty Island, which is this beautiful sea glass green. It is everything. It is that true sea glass green. So I went ahead, did a layer of gel base. I dipped it into the dip powder, and now I'm cured for 30 seconds. We're dusting off. Dusting off is key in between each coat. You just want to make sure that that nail is completely dusted off before you go in with a layer of gel base. So this layer of gel base I'm applying to the nail, and while that's curing, I am curing that gel base for 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and place these decals in the water, and then I'm only going to keep them in the water for about 15 seconds and then I'll take them out. But why I did a layer of gel base and that nail is curing right now is that that's going to give the nail a little bit of a sticky tacky layer, so these decals lay super, super flat. So now that we have those decals out of the water, I'm just going to go ahead and use a jelly stamper to remove that backing of that decal. You do not have to use a jelly stamper when you're playing with decals. It just comes in handy when you're trying to remove that little piece of paper. And I also dabbed off that decal with a lint-free wipe because I had a little bit too much water on that decal and I didn't want any of that water transferring onto that nail. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just place this decal on the nail here. And the best part is that we have that cured base on there, which just allows that decal to just like become one with the nail. I'm also going to show you another trick just to get those decals laying super flat. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to layer a whole bunch of these beautiful shamrocks on this nail here to just create like the ultimate shamrock explosion when it comes to this nail. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're just going to go ahead and add another shamrock here. And then once I went ahead and placed the shamrock on the nail, I was like, okay, we definitely need more, because originally I was just going to throw 3 shamrocks on here and kind of have them working all the way down. But then like mid shamrock on number 2, I was like, no, we got to go ahead and just completely load up this nail with shamrocks because I really wanted to show you the full potential of layering these decals in between another layer of sea glass. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm going to end up placing this decal here right at the tip, and then we're going to go ahead and add this one here. Now you totally do not have to get as carried away as I did with the decals today. You could keep it very simple. The other accent nail that we're doing, I'm going to do that one off camera. That nail is going to be very simple, so you can see 2 different options when it comes to layering the decals. So now what I'm going to do to clean this up, we have a lot of decal hanging over the free edge, the cuticle line. You can see there, you probably like that nail. Kind of looks like a hot mess, but we're going to clean it up with the same method that I prefer when I'm using decals. It's a little bit of acetone and this flat brush, and I'm just going to gently press down on these decals to eliminate any lines or wrinkles or air bubbles that may be on the top of the decals. And then I'm going to remove any extra decal that is hanging over that side. When you are doing this step, just make sure that you do not have like an over-saturated brush. Just want to make sure you have a little bit of acetone on that brush, and then take your time just to remove that extra decal, and then just gently, ever so feather touch, gently press down on the front of those decals to make them lay super flat. If you've ever played with a decal and you had any lines or wrinkles, this is definitely a really easy way to remove that using the acetone, but just make sure you have a very delicate hand. When in doubt, you can always practice your decal application on a swatch stick and then try using the acetone method, because acetone and decals technically do not mix, but this method works best for me because what's going to happen if you oversaturate the nail, you could actually start dissolving away that image. So just keep that in mind. So then once we're done playing with the acetone here, I'm just going to go ahead and gently press everything down. And once this nail is completely dry, we're going to go ahead then and add another layer of gel base, and then we're going to do another layer of dip powder. So just make sure that that nail is completely dry before you go in with your gel base. Otherwise, you're going to get some lifting in areas. If you're not making a press on, you'll get some lifting, or you're going to get some really weird like white bubbles underneath the layers of powder. So just make sure that nail is completely dry, then go in with a layer of gel base, and then we're dipping back into Bodie Island, that beautiful sea glass green, and check it out. We have some sea glass shamrock nails, so I'm just making sure everything is laying super, super flat. Now, if you do have any more decal kind of hanging over underneath that press-on nail or the free edge, you could file that off after you cure, just to ensure that you're not taking any chunks of powder off before you cure. I always recommend filing and buffing that extra remaining decal if you need to once that nail is fully cured. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cure this nail for 30 seconds, and now we're going in with the filing and buffing. And I did have just a little bit of decal underneath that nail, and I completely filed that away. When you are making press-ons, definitely take that time to make sure that underneath that nail is completely cleared of any powder or anything like that, because you want to have a really smooth transition from your press-on nail to your natural nail. So just keep that in mind. If you are doing press-ons, just take that extra step to just look underneath the nail so you have a really awesome finish. All right, so here's the two nails that we did the layering on. You can see the difference here of the two decals versus the nail that we applied all those fun shamrocks on. But overall, so fun and such a fun look. So now we're just finishing up this mani with a layer of gel top coat. I did the gel top coat on all the nails, cured for 60 seconds, and then I was like, you know what, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna take the sea glass collection to a whole nother level. We're gonna finish with a matte finish today. So that is what we're doing. We are doing a layer of matte on all the nails, even the glitter. Cured for 60 seconds. Here's the finished mani. I could not be more excited about this mani. I love the twist of layering the decals, and then that matte glitter is everything. The matte finish definitely gives it that frosted sea glass effect. Also, you can see here that that matte finish is just like, doesn't have any of like the lines or streakiness or anything like that, because I did that layer of the regular gel top coat first, and it kind of leveled the nails and eliminated any streaks. So if you've ever experienced any streaking with your matte top coat, always go in with a regular gel top coat first, cure, and then go in with your matte. But overall, I really like how this mani turned out. I also feel like if you used other colors from the Sea Glass collection and kind of did like a spring mani, you could just layer some flower decals as well. I feel like that would be super cute. I don't know, there's just something about the whole layering effect that we just did that I feel like I need to layer everything now. So I hope you enjoyed today's St. Patty's Day mani. Don't forget the new upload schedule is now Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every other Saturday. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into 3 colors from Madkin Beauty to create a very simple St. Patty's Day mani. We're also going to throw in a little bit of scrub ombre just to kind of tie in a little bit more green. But the colors that we're using today with the gel method are just great must-have staple colors. This white right here, it's a beautiful shimmery white. We're going to be using a sparkly gold called Sunkiss. And then we're going to be using a really beautiful green. And I feel like all these colors are definitely must-haves to build up your dip powder collection. And they're great quality powders. So in between each dip, I am going to cure for 30 seconds. I'm only doing one nail with Blissful Kiss because this is going to be our little scrub ombre nail, which I'm going to show you how to do a really simple scrub ombre with dip powders. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into these beautiful colors and see them in action. And I'm going to pop back in just a little bit.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left and I'm losing my job over you. But I don't care about that. But I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, try to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know I can't burn me down, but I don't care about it. 'Cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere, anywhere, as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, trying to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know it can burn me down, but I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. You got me holding on to something I know it can burn me down, but I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it.
Now that we're done dipping the nails, we're going to go ahead and start that scrub ombre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush. We're going to dip directly into this green here, and then we're just going to gently scrub this powder on the tip of the nail. I like to start at the very tip and then work my way up. The only thing, you want to make sure that you're starting as low as the nail as possible, because you can always add to the ombre, but if you start too high, you are not going to be able to take it away. So just always start at the bottom first and then slowly work your way up. dust off in between. That's going to make sure that you have like full control of your ombre. Clearly, I did not have full control of that nail right there because that puppy went flying. But the more you start at the bottom and then dust off in between your scrubs, you're going to have more control of your ombre, and you're really going to be able to see where that transition is just kind of fading into that beautiful white. But scrub ombre is really fun. You can really control how dark you want that color to be or how light. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to keep repeating this process until we get that desired color. And overall, I really love how easy this is to achieve, and it really gives you a really effortless gradient effect. So we're going to continue here. I dusted off and we're just going to build up this color just a tad bit more here. And everything that we are using in today's video, including this little eyeshadow brush, can be found in that description box below. So we are almost done here. I'm achieving that like beautiful like sagey green. So this is what we're working with here. I love it so much. It's beautiful. We're going to dive into filing and buffing here. Filing and buffing is going to be the normal filing and buffing routine I do for gel method. When I'm working with a gel method, I have very minimal filing and buffing, especially when you are working with very finely milled powders and making sure that your gel base that you're using is a very thin consistency and you're doing very thin layers, and you're gently pressing everything down before you cure. You can definitely get away with very minimal filing and buffing because everything is already, for the most part, laying super flat. So I'm just cleaning up the sidewalls, the free edge, and I'm making sure that there's no glitter underneath that press-on nail here, and then reshaping ever so slightly. So the rest of the filing and buffing was done off camera. I did not need to buff directly on top of those nails, so just keep that in mind. Now, if you did need a file and buff, if you are doing the gel method, keep in mind that dipping into a clear dip powder is not going to work with the gel method. Gel base in that clear powder does not work well together. It is going to completely give you a super cloudy effect on your nail, and you're not going to have that beautiful color that you just dipped on. So what you would do is you would do a layer of gel base on the nails, cure for 30 seconds, then go in with a layer of gel top coat. Then you can go ahead and file and buff. That's going to be how you're going to clear and encapsulate when you're doing the gel method, is that you're going to do a layer of both of those. So right now what I'm doing is I am doing a layer of gel base on all the nails and curing for 30 seconds because we're finishing up this mani today. But you will notice I did the gel base on the solid nails first. Then I worked my way into that shimmer nail, and then I worked my way into this beautiful gold glitter here called Sun Kiss. This glitter right here I feel like is definitely must have. It's not like that overpowering like harsh gold color. It's more of like a white gold. I feel like this would be paired with a lot of different things like hot pink. You could do a lot of different things for summer, pair it with some corals. So we're curing for 30 seconds here. Then to give this mani a very extreme shine, we're going to use the Madkin Beauty gel top coat. I'm going to finish the rest of the nails off camera and cure for 60 seconds. And the shine that you get from this top coat, it is everything. I love this formula. It's one of my favorite gel top coats, so check out this shine. Here's our finished mani. It's a very simple, yet we pulled in a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of ombre here, but overall I just love it. Here's another alternative to St. Patty's Day. It's not like that bright traditional St. Patty's Day green. This is more of just like a subtle green, and then you have like that beautiful pop of sparkle. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. And I hope you enjoyed this very simple St. Patty's Day mani. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from AzureBeauty. I figured since we already dived into this kit last week, why don't we pull out a few more colors? We're going to be creating a St. Patty's Day mani, but with a twist. We're going to add a pop of pink to this. We're also using dip liquids, and I'm using the shape Short Almond, and everything that we're using in today's video can be found in that description box below. So right now what we're doing is we're starting off with the white, and I will say this white was not my favorite, and it was a little bit patchy and streaky. Whites are a little bit harder to make, and especially when you're getting them in like a little kit like this, sometimes the like the pastel colors, they're kind of a flop for me, and this definitely was patchy and streaky, but the other colors that we're using today are amazing. And I will say I did swatch the other colors in the kit, and I did not have any problems with the kit besides this one little white color. Now the white that we're using today, we're going to use that as a background, so I'm not too concerned about that streakiness because we are going to cover it up with a decal that has the most adorable shapes in it. It has Lucky Charm shapes, so that's really fun. Plus it's gonna pull in some more of that pink. Now we're diving into this really fun green. I like this green so much. It's definitely giving me those spring, summer kind of vibes because it is not like that traditional St. Patty's Day green. It's a very just like almost like a neon pastel green with like a slight bit of like a little bit of teal in there. It's really pretty. That coverage that we got right there with that first dip, that is phenomenal. It's not patchy or streaky. And these dip liquids, I will say, are on a medium fast dry time. I can go ahead and apply a layer, dip into that cupcake liner, gently press everything down. If you need to clean up the cuticle line, if you're doing it on your actual hand, you can definitely go ahead with your precision tool and you're going to be good to go and dust off. But even that second coat right here is fantastic. So anytime I go ahead and dip into that cupcake liner, you will always see me just spending time pressing everything down. Especially when I'm doing dip liquids, I tend to spend more time pressing down the powder because I tend to get more bulk on a nail, believe it or not, when I'm using dip liquids. I don't know what it is or what the difference is behind the gel versus the dip liquids, because to me, I feel like dip liquids are a little bit thinner, so I don't understand why I'm getting that bulk, but I tend to carry the bulk up right above that cuticle line area on the sidewalls there, right before it tapers down to that coffin shape. That's where I build up the bulk, is just on the sides. So I just really want to make sure I am pressing it down. It doesn't matter if I'm using a solid, it doesn't matter if I'm using a shimmer or a chunky glitter, no matter what. I always get a little bulk right there, but it's okay. Whatever I can't like reduce from just like pressing down, I will get during filing and buffing. It's just like something I noticed when I dived back into dip liquids is that I do get some bulk right there, but not a big deal. Super easy to clean up. It's just when you're doing dip liquids with a press on, you just gotta do a little bit more filing and buffing sometime, but that's just the nature of the game when you're playing with dip liquids. All right, so this pink right here, it's kind of like a raspberry like sherbet kind of thing with like this really pretty silver sparkle in here. It's really, really pretty. Now, we did play with a similar textured dip last week on my channel. It was like that like jelly coral sandal kind of dip, and this is kind of giving me the same thing. It has like that sheer jelliness to it. It also has like the same beautiful glitters, but it's really fun. It's bright, it's beautiful. In this nail right here, we are going to test it out with 3 dips because I really wanted to see what the color payoff we would get versus like 2 dips versus 3. So that is what we're going to be doing on this nail. And then when we get to the pinky nail, we're only going to do 2 dips. So right here, I'm just doing a very thin layer of dip liquids. I do have a little bit of sparkle on my brush, but I went ahead and wiped that off on a paper towel before sticking it back in the bottle, just to make sure I'm not contaminating my liquids. Plus, I do not want a little glitter kind of floating around. That is like the worst thing that could happen in a mani, at least for me, is when you're going in with like a solid color and then you have a glitter and then you're trying to get that glitter off before it like permanently sticks to that nail. And then when you're trying to get it off, you kind of leave like a little indent on that solid nail. That's the worst for me. So always just take that time to make sure any extra sparkles are off that brush before you stick it back in the bottle. So now we're going in with another layer. I normally do not do 3 dips unless like a coverage is like super sheer or I'm just curious on how it's going to look with a 3rd dip. This one right here, this one is phenomenal with the 3rd. It's just like that perfect raspberry pink purple, and it is everything. It definitely built up the opacity a little bit more, so it kind of took away like that like jelly kind of effect, but I really like it. So you can do best of both worlds. 2 dips kind of gives you like that jelly kind of sandal look, and 3 just totally like sealed the deal in for me. It's really pretty. It's awesome. And that sparkle, I really like how it has like the medium size glitters and then like some finer glitters mixed in. It just overall gives the nail a really awesome effect. So now we're diving into the last nail here, and again, we're only going to do 2 dips on this nail. I will say I was looking on Amazon to checking out like all the different AzureBeauty kits. I will say this is the one I just kept going back to. I just feel like the colors in this kit are just so pretty. I don't know if it's because my mindset is on spring and summer and these colors are just perfect for that spring summer season. Maybe that's what it is, but there's just something about them. They're just bright, they're fun, they're colorful, but yet there's still some like subtle colors in there too, so you have like best of both worlds. But overall, it's a really fun kit. So if you are just someone that's kind of dabbling in the dip powder world, kind of seeing if dip powder is going to be right for you before you commit, this might be a great option. All right, so now that we're done with the dipping, we're going to go ahead and activate. When I'm activating, I like to do my solids first before my glitters, especially when I am not clear encapsulating my glitters, just to make sure I am not getting any sparkle on those solid nails. Now, the reason why I did not do any clear encapsulation on those glitter nails is because that glitter is already silver, so filing and buffing into that should not affect that glitter because that glitter is already silver. So we're going to put it to the test to see how that nail holds up without a layer of clear encapsulation. So filing and buffing that green nail first, just cleaning up the sidewalls, the free edge here, and just reshaping ever so slightly. The shape was good. I just needed to clean up that like right above the cuticle line on the sides a little bit with the buffer right here on that side. That's where I carry that bulk a little bit when I'm using dip liquids, which is completely normal. I just need to focus on that area and have like that mindset when I'm filing and buffing, but super easy to file and buff that solid nail. Now this is when we are seeing how this powder performs filing and buffing without encapsulating. Now normally glitters, so when you see like those beautiful color glitters, normally that color is just like sprayed on top of the glitter, and underneath the glitter or in the middle of that color would be silver. So if you filed and buffed over like a colorful glitter, you're gonna see silver come through. So that's why you want to go ahead and definitely clear encapsulate that nail before you file and buff to protect it. But since this was already silver, I was like, we're just gonna go ahead and see what this nail looks like when we go and file and buff it. So I did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera, and now we're gonna see the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and do another layer of activator, and I can tell you already that nail still looks good and the glitters still look fantastic in how they did when we first applied them on the nail. So that activator right now, that is just getting rid of any of those filing lines, and it's also sealing in any loose powders that we may have disturbed during filing and buffing. Now we're going to do a decal. So I'm doing a layer of transfer foil glue on that nail, a very thin layer. You apply it just like you would with like a gel base or top coat. That's curing for 60 seconds. While that's curing, I had this little decal already cut out, had it in that water for about 15 seconds. I peeled that back off, and now I went ahead and placed that decal on the nail. So the reason why I did that transfer foil glue, if you're new to my channel, I'm like obsessed with decals, but transfer foil glue gives the nail a very sticky, tacky surface where you could go ahead when you're using a full decal or nail wrap and just use that as like an adhesive layer to just really get that nail wrap exactly where you want it. And then to file, I'm filing off all that extra decal that's hanging over that edge right now. Before I was using a little flat brush dipped in acetone to remove the extra, but when I'm using the transfer foil glue, I can just do this method right here and use a file to remove all that extra decal that's hanging over the free edge and just remove it completely. And I feel like this is a way easier way to remove that extra decal because you don't have to play it with acetone or anything like that. And you can get a really clean, smooth, like amazing finish when you use that filing buffing method. Right now, I'm just making sure everything is laying super flat, just cleaning it up ever so gently here. And then we're going to go ahead and finish up this mani today. We are not going to use the dip liquids. We are going to use a gel 2-in-1 top coat. This is a 2-in-1 top coat. It is HEMA free. It has anti-chip in it. And again, everything that we're using in today's video can always be found in that description box below. I'm making sure that I'm capping that free edge as well. Cured for 60 seconds, and here's the finished mani. It's a very simple, kind of transition into St. Patty's Day. Look at that decal with those little lucky charms. I really like the pop of pink in this mani as well, but I really wanted to see how more of these powders in this kit performed. I mean, I swatched them, but swatching and kind of doing a press-on set and doing the full like mani experience can sometimes be a little bit different. So I wanted to see these colors in action, and they are beautiful. Even though we had that one little slight imperfection there with that white, it's not the end of the world. All the other colors in the kit are fantastic, so I'm not too worried about that white. And stay tuned, we will be doing more St. Patty's Day and spring and Easter manis here on my channel over the next few weeks. So I hope you enjoyed today's simple mani. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Makartt Nail Co. to create a fun St. Patty's Day mani. Now these colors are beautiful for all year long, especially St. Patty's Day and upcoming spring season. The first color here, it's Irish Eyes. It's a beautiful green base, and then it has these gorgeous foils. Check out this picture from Makartt Nail Co. It is stunning. I just love how she takes her pictures. And then we're going to be using Spicy Clover, which by far is the prettiest green ever. It is the perfect light green, and then here are the rest of the colors that were recently released. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so fun and unique, and Makartt Nail Co. really hits it on the head with the dip powders. They're just so beautiful, and they're very different than what you see out there, and I really like that about this company. Then for the mani today, we are making a set of press-ons, and we're using dip liquids. We're going to start off the mani by dipping into Spicy Clover, and I just love that name so much. I think it's super cute for this green. Now check out the first dip of Spicy Clover. Check it out right here. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it so much. And these powders are so buttery, and these jars, shaped of these jars, are like little diamonds. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the perfect luxury experience with the jars and how the dip powders feel. I mean, even though I'm doing a press-on set, I know that these dip powders are buttery because I've used them on my nails before, and I'm touching the powders and they're just super soft and velvety, and they're full of pigment, and I just feel like the whole experience of Makartt Nail Co. is like on a whole nother level, from the packaging to the powders and the uniqueness of the powders and the customer service overall. It's a really awesome experience. If you've ever had the opportunity to purchase anything from Makartt Nail Co., you will know what I'm talking about. And then I know there's really nothing that changes a dip powder with the jar, but I like the little things, and I really like the shape of the jar. I think it's very unique, and it makes me feel like I'm dipping into something extra fancy when I'm doing my nails, and it's really fun. And these jars look so pretty in my nail room. I don't know. I can go on and on about these jars because I'm really obsessed with them. Like every time I'm using these dip powders or I'm like cleaning up my nail room, I'm always admiring how pretty these jars look. So back into Spicy Clover. So I am doing 2 layers of dip, and then after that we're going to start playing with that beautiful foil dip powder, Irish Eyes. For those 2 other nails, we're going to do complete foil nails, and then on Spicy Clover we're going to take some of those foils from Irish Eyes, and then we're going to hand place them kind of sporadically on the nail to kind of create an overall Irish themed foil mani. So that's the look I was going for, and I really do like how this mani came together, and these colors all work together so well. So enough chit chat, let's dive into this mani process, and then I'll pop back in at the end.
You give me this energy. It is like you set me free. Chasing highs to stay alive. But if I'm with you, I'll survive. So hold me close into the night, 'cause I need you to stay. You take me to paradise, that's why it's hard to wait. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple question, can I get closer? about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
All right, we're just wrapping up the mani here, and how fun is this mani? I think it's super pretty and elegant. It's more of an elegant side of a St. Patty's Day mani. There's just something about these foils that really make this mani extra pretty, and it really makes these greens, especially in spicy clover, really pop. Overall, I think these colors are so fun, and they're perfect not only for St. Patty's Day, but definitely heading into the spring collection. So I will go ahead and link everything that we used in today's mani in that description box below, including everything you need to create your own press-on sets as home as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's upload. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be playing with this week's BBB that is releasing with Kozmik Nails tomorrow, Monday, February 20th at 10 a.m. Central Time. And this duo here is perfect for the upcoming St. Patty's Day. We have Emerald Isles and then we have Irish Cream, and these two colors are beautiful. Check out this gorgeous swatch. Isn't that the perfect St. Patty's Day greens? And then we're also going to be using Spectre, which is a solid white, and it also glows in the dark. And then how adorable are these decals? We're going to be using one of those little gnomes today for the mani, and then we will be using dip liquids. Now, if you're not familiar with the BBB with Kozmik Nails, what that is, it's a duo. So it's a really fun way to get new colors at a discounted price for that week. So BBB stands for Big Bang Baby, and it is released every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and it is new colors that Kozmik Nails is releasing. So these are some of the new colors that you're seeing here for this week that are perfect for St. Patty's Day. And sometimes it's two dip powders, sometimes it's a decal and a dip powder. It all kind of depends on the duos. You still can get past BBB duos. The only thing is that the price does go up a little bit. So for that whole week, starting Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, that current duo, so the one you see here, you can get at a special discounted price, and that is good for that sale for an entire week. Plus, on top of that BBB, you're not only getting a great deal on that duo, you can also use a discount code on top of that. So that's pretty awesome. So if you are interested in ever purchasing anything from Kozmik Nails, don't forget you can always use Mallory 15, and that will save you 15% off your order, and you can use it on the BBBs, which is amazing. And how fun is this dip powder that we're dipping into right now called Irish Cream? It's so pretty and fun. It has these beautiful green foils, and then check out that little shamrock, and I really like that color shamrock. It's super fun, and it really gives it a really nice dimension on the nail, and that shamrock is laying super flat to the nail. And I really like how when I dipped into the cupcake liner, I only picked up one of the shamrocks. I really like how organically placed on the nail, so I only left that one on there, but you definitely can add more shamrocks to your mani. So that is the best part about doing our nails at home, is that we can create our manis however we want. And I definitely am going to be playing with this dip powder some more because I think it's so fun, and I really like how Irish Cream is a beautiful foil as well, mixed in with those shamrocks. And if you've ever tried any of the dip powders from Kozmik Nails, you will know that her dip powders are really, really awesome. And the glitters in there, like the chunkier glitters, lay super flat to the nail, which I really like, because that's like the one thing that kind of scares me away from items that are in dip powder, because I'm always afraid that I'm not going to get it super flat to the nail, and then I'm going to cut into it with file and buffing. But I've had the best luck with Kozmik Nails dip powders. There was a really fun BBB duo that was released 2 weeks ago. It is what is it? It's a little smiley face thing. It was the funnest BBB duo ever. It is called Don't Worry, Be Happy. It is so fun. So it's this beautiful sparkly black dip powder, and then it has these smiley faces. I'll put a picture right here of the mani so you can see it. I didn't do a video of this mani, but these smiley faces are so fun, and they laid super flat to the nail. So I really love how this turned out. I think it's super pretty. But I really like Kozmik Nails dip powders with the extra fun glitters in there, just because they lay super flat to the nail. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into this beautiful mani, and then we're going to be playing with that decal, and I will pop back in just a few moments. All right, we're just wrapping up the mani here, and how fun is this mani? These colors are amazing and perfect for St. Patty's Day, and that decal just adds a special Irish twist to this mani. So I will go ahead and link everything that we use in today's mani in the description box below. Don't forget that this week's Kozmik Nails BBB Duo will be releasing tomorrow. That is Monday, February 20th at 10 a.m. Central Time. I will also link in the description box below the Kozmik Nails Facebook group so you can see other Kozmik Nails ambassadors manis to get other inspiration for St. Patty's Day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's upload.